Yes, guys, welcome back to the One Show In, You're In podcast. First of all, apologies if you were listening to or watching the last episode this morning when it went live because there was issues with the audio. After like 15 minutes, the audio cut off. So we do apologise. It should be sorted now, so people can stop messaging me now. So thank you, though. But we did hopefully get it sorted. Just myself and Reece today. Finishing off some of the questions that we had from the episode with Josh, and then I think Reece has got some more questions as well. But give us an update, mate. How's life? How's prep going?
It's not really prep, mate. I actually don't think it actually will be prep, to be fair. For no other reason, just...
What's changed?
You know what I mean? My head's not in it. It's just not for me. Not
Can't hack it.
Yeah. No. More so out of, like... I like how I look, but, like, I do think I need to grow. And, like, last year in prep, I had no thoughts of, like... I was like, I really enjoy this. I've been dieting for fucking less than 2 weeks. But we'll see. Like, I'm not really, like, the thought of, like, getting on stage in, like, 2 months. I'm like, is it doable? Yeah.
Doesn't excite you like last time. Did not excite you like last time.
No, not really excited. I just feel like it'd be hard for me to, like, regardless of the results, like, it'd be hard for me to be like, I'm going to be better, but I'm going to be better anyway, like, later in the year. So, I don't know, we'll see. It's if literally I go to America, I somehow drop a good amount of weight to the point where I'm like, fuck, I'm like a fair bit ahead here. And I'm just like, fuck it, what's another 6 weeks going to do? You know what I mean? And I just carry on. But, like, at the same time, like, I didn't go into this thinking I was prepping. I treat diets like I prep anyway. So it's like nothing's changing. Like if I was prepping or not, nothing has changed. Like, so we'll just see. So yeah, I'm not too sure. And also as well, like I said, it's one of those sort of things where like I haven't been growing for that long. So it's like, what would I really prefer to do? That's not going to change anything right now. I'm still going to diet for another couple of weeks, get a fair bit leaner. I want to get to the point where, like I said, I look like if I take off another 10 pounds, I'm not there, but I'd be quite close. So I was 278 this morning, so that's like 24, 25 pounds down. Which is quite cool. So that's a good amount of water initially, and I definitely like getting. I look a fair bit leaner. I look way better at 278 than I started lighter than this by like a couple of kilos, which is pretty crazy. Last year, but obviously I was dieting before that. But yeah, like we'll just see. Like for reference, like that's like me now, like being 28 pounds off previous stage weight, which if I pull off 20, again, rate of loss is different, but if I pull off 22 pounds, so 25 pounds in like an 8 day period, if I then slow down that rate of loss to take off the next 20 pounds, I'd probably be there or thereabouts. But no immediate sort of like, I'm not going to do a classic just keep dieting and then eventually go, oh, I'm on stage, or I'm not. Like I'll be honest. By the looks of things right now, I'd say I'll just get back from America, put some high days in, and then I'll potentially do like slightly later. But at the same time, I might go to America, drop a bit of weight, go to watch the Arnold and think this looks fucking good, see how I look and go, yeah man, let's fucking send it for another month or two and go for that. So,
What date do you go?
28th, so last day of the month.
Okay, so what? 9 days.
Yeah, going to New York for the first 4 or 5 days, I think. There was no direct flights to Ohio, so we were originally we were gonna go to Miami, and then the flights to Miami were like triple. So there was a flight to New York, and it's called JetBlue, and mate,
Tell your story.
yeah, it's legitimately half the price that I've usually paid. Slash, it was against every other sort of airline, and I don't know what it is. And maybe this is just me being like tight, but no matter how much money I earn, I will never, ever, ever, ever spend more than I need on flights. Like that's the one thing, you know, like everyone's got their like, I don't care, I'll just do the cheapest one. Like that's something that like I wouldn't want to be uncomfortable. I paid for more legroom, but like when there was flights that were like a couple £100 in comparison to like close to £1,000 each, I'm like, and I checked the reviews out, and I'm like, that's we chat GPD'd it. It's okay. I have to absolutely heard of like JetBlue. So please, guys, tell me if JetBlue like sell your organs on the black market or something, because
Yeah.
it was too good of an offer not to take up. So I'm surprised if we get there, then that'll be good. But yeah, we're going to New York for the first like 4 days, staying like near Times Square, which is quite cool. And then we'll go to Ohio like midweek, and then I'm staying with one of my clients, Keelan, and his mates, which will be really, really cool. So yeah, it'll be class.
I agree with you on that in terms of flights. Like, this is no disrespect to anyone, do what you want. But I reckon there's people who earn probably less than us or similar to us
Mate,
who
they
like
just want
take
the
business
photo.
class every time they go on a flight just to flex.
They literally want the photo of them with the champagne, like looking at the camera. You know, like hey, you need
You're
to.
literally doing the same thing. You're going to the same place.
Yeah,
Like, I think if you've got that much money to need business class, you aren't paying for your flights anyway. So fair enough, if you're a business person who's like really high up and the business just pays for you to fly business, or you've got, let's say, you're an athlete and you're fucking on a private jet.
You know what? Yeah, 100%. If you're like, let's say, as you said, like, I don't know, performing on the weekend, a thing that costs a lot of money, or a lot of money's on the line, why would you even risk, right, 7 hours of being uncomfortable next to a crying baby? You know, it makes complete sense. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, I feel like I could literally, you know, like when people say, like, I actually had a conversation with Sanaya and she was like, if you were to earn more, she was like, your life wouldn't change. And like, even if I was earning double, I'd never think to myself, okay, let me just go and spend, instead of, let's say, 700-800 quid on this flight, let me go and spend 7 grand. Like, I don't know why. Like you said, you get this, that's the most overrated thing in the entire world, I imagine.
I think that a little bit with cars though. Like, I think, for example, the difference between a shit car and a nice car is massive. But the difference between a nice car and like an amazing car, I think it's just a bit pointless, in my opinion.
I think if you weren't to actually drive the car, you know, if it was just like you press a button and the car drove for you, I kind of get that. But I think the fact that you can drive, yeah, like you've got that driving experience, you know, because you could also argue that like this is the problem with life. Like, let's say for example, I don't know, what's the most expensive piece of clothing you own? Like, you got that Rude jumper. Is that how?
Well, that's even that. Why the fuck did I buy that?
No. That's what I mean by that. Like, I've got like 2 Moncler jackets that are like close to one of them was over 2 grand. It's a fucking jacket. Like, yeah, it looks cool and it's nice and it's like.
Does it though?
It does, in my opinion. But regardless, you took the badges off. If it was just a normal jacket, like there's a Cole Buxton puffer jacket that I've got that's still expensive, at like 350, 400 quid. That looks nicer than my usual Moncler jacket that I wear, and it's.
You're wearing it because it's a Moncler jacket. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're very nice, and that's not me being a dick.
Fair enough. No, it's fine.
Like, I think they're quality, 100%. But I wouldn't be like, oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. But I think that again, that is the challenge. Like, you don't really a certain, like, you know, like people buying like legit Travis Scott fucking Jordans. Like, I remember I put a pair on my stories. I had so many messages. Bro, spent like, bro forked out, and I'm like, guys, I am not spending £1,200 on things that you literally put on your feet.
It is a flex. Like,
yeah,
the reason realistically that people buy things like that cost a lot of money is a flex to show that you earn a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, that is literally true. Like, I've bought stuff in the past where I like the item.
Yeah,
it's not like I don't like the item, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't bought myself clothes like in ages because, shout out Teveo, I'm sponsored by Teveo, so I don't need to buy myself any clothes. But like, one thing I've realised, I think maybe as I've got a little bit older, but maybe also as I've just got a little bit more like
wise.
Wise, self-secure, content in myself and things like that. Like, I can give a fuck about spending money on clothes. Like, the amount of emails I get from Cole Buxton, like, I need to unsubscribe from that. I used to fucking click on them and like buy stuff all the time. I couldn't give a fuck now. Like, I literally don't need any clothes. I have clothes. I have plenty of clothes that fit me fine, that I really like. I have more clothes that I need already. So I'm just wasting money. I'd rather put, let's say, a few hundred quid into stocks.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'd rather invest my money. Like, I'm at that age now where I'm just a dad.
Yeah.
But I'm not a dad yet.
Yeah. Like, you get bought stuff that's actually a bit more practical. Like, oh, a pair of socks, I need a pair of socks. Yeah. You know, I was saying this to you, like, I wonder when do you get to an age where, like, when you receive a present and then you just, like, shrug and go, oh, I shouldn't have bought it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you get the nicest present ever and you just randomly just turn into every dad after, like, 37 and they just look at you and go, oh, I don't even need to. Do you even need to?
Waste of money.
Yeah, you just wrinkle your nose and just like, yeah, it's just, but yeah. What do you reckon's most, overrated, what's the most overrated spend? Like, what would you say?
What, a certain item?
Yeah.
Boxes.
Okay, I'm going to say drugs. I'm going to say, like, going to a fucking rave. Like, imagine dropping.
Oh, we're talking about clothing.
No, I was talking about, like, anything. Like, if you know.
Being alright if you want seeing to.
Okay, guys. I don't know. I didn't put this on my close. I put this on my close friends. I was going to put up my main, but Sanaya said I'd get in big trouble. Basically, guys, for people that are listening, if you can hear a cat meowing, Bean is going through her first ever heat, and as a result, she is incredibly, and I mean incredibly.
So I didn't know what that meant, but I have assumed I know. Like, it's basically she's a teenage cat now, yeah, and she wants some male intercourse, or maybe female.
She wants a male relief. She wants a male and female.
Or female relief.
Potentially, yeah. So basically,
Why is it called the Heat?
I don't know. The heat up. I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyway, basically, we haven't had a you can't get neutered. You can't get a female cat neutered. But I imagine you can like snip the cords or like hormonally fuck them up. And I'll give her an AI or something. Like just bring her estrogen down to 0 and just be like, there you go, sick. Enjoy it. But that would actually probably work. Like I don't think Sanaa would like. I gave her an AI. Like gave her an Arimidex. Is that okay? Basically, my cat Bean. She is 1.5 now, and this is clearly like I said her first ever heat. I came back in from the gym yesterday and she's been a bit needy the last few days and she just non-stop was crying and she was looking at me. So I usually have my door open and she was in the bathroom looking at me with her like bottom to me and she's going meow, meow. It was a very strange way. It wasn't like a meow, it was like a moaning meow. And I went up to her and every time I went
What was it like? Can you do it?
She gave me a side look. She was like, meow.
That deep?
It was made deep for it was deep. So every time I went up to her, like I was like giving her loads of fuss, and she just kept spinning around, just putting her bottom to me, and I was like, okay, she's gonna shit herself. Like so, I was like, maybe she's like, watch this, I've got diarrhea, and I was like, great, get away from me.
It's like like when. Like you're a young lad and like a girl's flirting with you, but you don't know how to deal with it, so you just keep constantly just pie it off, and you just don't have a clue how to respond.
You just run off, just on the playground, you just sprint. That's such a weird topic. I'm gonna get into that actually. Like when you are in like year 7, I remember like the whole like my mate, do you want to go out with me? And then they say no, and you go, it's my mate or something like that. One person did that to me on my laptop at school or whatever, on like Facebook or MSN or whatever, and the girl said yeah, and it was actually my friend, and I've never spoke to this girl in my life. I felt so bad, and I literally just aired her for like the entire week. Like I didn't just go up to her and go, hey, sorry, that was my friend. Like it actually wasn't me. Like because usually they say no, and you go, I was only joking, and it was you. It wasn't me this time. It was my friend. And I remember I'd walk past her in the school hall and just be like the other side of the hall, just like looking the other way.
Mate, I had a girlfriend once, right? Yeah. It must have been year 7. She'd come over from a different school, and she was quite fit, to be fair. So it was like, oh right, I've like
fit for year 7. That's a bit questionable, mate.
Mate, I was in year 7.
So would you say quite in retrospect or quite fit when you?
At the time, yeah.
At the time, okay, cool. Good for you to confirm that, mate.
Yeah. Basically, she'd come over from a different school, and I was like, "Oh, I've got this new girl." Yeah. Only spoke to her online, never spoke to her in person. Neither of us spoke to each other at school. We were like online boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Never spoke, but it was so weird because like she was just very, very shy, and like I would try and speak to her, but then because she was so awkward, it made me so awkward.
Yeah.
So I could literally, it was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Went on for maybe a week or two, and then sacked it off.
It's funny, isn't it? Like, because that's normal. Like, everyone's gone through that, where like their first girlfriend or two, you just you don't speak to them because but you did before. Like, you don't mind speaking to them if you know them, but if not, you're like, I'm not speaking to you. Like, no, this isn't happening.
It was so weird, mate. I can still feel the anxiety now that I had. Like, when I was at school and she'd be there, I'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah,
horrible.
Those first few dates or meeting a girl, they're like true character building because you realise how much of a pussy you are. You just like
not my first ever girlfriend, but the girlfriend I had in year 6, so last year of primary school.
Yeah.
I swear, right, she must have gone through puberty when she was 5. Right, she was about 8 foot tall. She wasn't, but she was double my height.
Imagine a 10-year-old 8 foot tall. Mate.
She was tall.
In netball, she'd be a fucking joke.
She was a demon, netball, mate. Right? She was tall, she had long blonde hair, and she, again, another one, came to our school late on and swooped in, yeah? But, mate, she literally... So that was the first girl that I ever kissed, but I didn't deliberately. She just snogged my face off, all the time, and it was horrible, right? Yeah. I have had nightmares of it afterwards.
Really?
Yeah. In the park, just grabbing me and kissing me, literally, she was probably at maybe 16 to 18 kind of age at 11.
Really?
Yeah. And I was at 7 to 8 age at 11. Yeah. I didn't hit puberty until I was 15, 16. You know what I mean? Some of my mates were having sex when they were fucking 13. I was literally a child until I was 15.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a growth spurt until then and stuff. So anyway, this girl's all over me. And I'm literally like, what the fuck? Like, this is horrible. So I've gone home and like told my mum and dad, like crying. This is after it's been going on for a while as well,
Yeah,
right? It's gone on for a while,
yeah,
and then I've had to like break it to them and go, right, this is what's happening, guys. Like I'm
yeah,
crying, and
yeah.
like we've broken up, and I'm like, thank fuck for that, yeah. And then my dad, I remember having a chat with my dad, and he was like, surely it was good though, right? I was like, no, it was horrible, Dad.
Oh, but it's like, you know, when like you see those stories of like female teachers like nowadays like getting done, and like there's
Yeah,
always comments like lucky fucking guys, like, you know. But again, when you are that, like, you do forget, like when you are that age, like there are some kids where you're just like, I might be 12, but I'm really not. Like I'm like 7 or 8, you
yeah,
know.
mate. Honestly, like I remember there was another one. I don't care saying about this. I was at a house party, and I must have
Mm,
been 14, maybe,
yeah.
and we were staying over at this girl's house.
Mm,
Maybe I was 14, 15, and I went to bed, and
mm,
this other girl came to bed and like got in with me. Like
mm,
I think I was on like a sleeping bag on the floor,
yeah.
and she literally just kept trying to like touch my penis, basically.
Great.
And I must have swatted her hand off about 100 times because I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to do that. Like I
Yeah.
was so young in my head, like I
Yeah.
was still a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and you know if a girl's fit and stuff like that, but like
Yeah.
I was like, no chance. I don't want anyone like going near me.
My cock's tiny. I haven't
Like,
got any
I'm
puberty.
literally a child.
Yeah,
Like
it's literally 1.5 inches hard. Leave it alone, all right?
honestly, please don't touch me. Like I don't have any pubes. I'm scared that everyone's gonna know that I'm a child. Like honestly, mate, I'm like
You
14
secretly
though.
different, yeah. You just got
But
you got moved up because you were right at football. So they were like, yeah, Saudi could be another year up.
you know, oh mate, I did play a year up. Yeah, I used to play like a few years up.
Yeah.
It's that good. But you know, like some lads when they're like 9, 10, they've got
Mate,
fucking armpit hair.
Conran looked like at like 15, genuinely looked like 24. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I was the opposite. Like I was always like the younger looking, like skinnier, smaller kid. That's
yeah,
why I look so young now, and I'm so youthful at my fine age of 28.
yeah. 29 in 2 months, mate, crazy.
I know.
But yeah, no, fair enough. My only funny story once was I was chatting to a girl. This was like transitioning to year 10, so like from year 9, so I don't know how old you're there, like 13, 14. And like I was messaging this girl on Facebook for no other reason. Like there's no intention. I'm just like there's nothing better to do. And she was asking me, oh, when do you want to meet? And I'd be like, I don't really
Not
know.
really.
Yeah, like, and she knew my village, and she knew somebody who knew where I lived, and like Abster opened the door and was like, Reece, there's a girl downstairs for you, and I was like, fuck. So like she tried to walk in, I was like, come straight to the park, go out, you're not coming in. Just walk straight out, and then just like
Trying to kick him out with her.
yeah, like walked to the park with her, just sat on the swings and was like, right, that's the time. Guess I gotta go, babe. Literally, it was like she got dropped off, and like, because no chance she's coming in the house. No, like I haven't invited her over, but she's like, she just like, I remember as well. It was when like that Ask FM. Did you ever do that Ask FM thing?
Yeah, it
Do you
was
remember?
like that's like that NGL link thing
Yeah,
now.
but it was the
Anonymous
original
questions.
Ask
Like,
FM.
yeah, yeah.
So like basically she'd like ask me. So some of my mates would be like, do anything tomorrow throughout the summer holiday, and I'd be like, nah, man, like we'll play football or something. And like it was her asking me half the time, so that's how she knew what I was doing. So she came round, and I was like, you're not coming in. I remember her. Like I walked down the stairs, like in my old house, and just literally went straight down the stairs. Didn't even stop, and just go right, come on, let's go. Just walked straight to the park. I was like, there is no chance you're coming in. Like, let's go. And like, I didn't. It wasn't straight away, but it was like a 10-minute walk. Sat with her for about 15 minutes. I was like, ooh, gotta go train. Go to
It
the
is
gym.
like I know that feeling of when you're like whatever age, literally from a young age, like I knew like I was always attracted to girls and wanted to impress the girls and
Oh,
stuff like
that's
that.
good. It's a bit better than being like, I used to like guys.
Yeah.
You know?
No, now I like guys.
Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I used to like girls.
Used to.
So
Ugh.
like
What's that about?
like exactly that, like in year like 7 and year 8 and stuff, like you're messaging girls and like you're flirting with girls, but like you have no intention, like
Mm.
nothing's gonna happen. You literally the last thing I'm thinking is I'm gonna have sex with this girl.
Or I'm gonna even go on a date with her. Like, I don't have enough money. I can't do anything. I don't want
It's
to.
just like
Yeah.
she's a fit girl at school and I want her to be my fit girl.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It was more so like you just see if they were interested, and the second they were, you're like, yeah, and then nothing would happen. Like it's so different because like again, there's no intention. There's like it's just like curiosity, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have any like? Did you ever get like, I don't know, you met a girl, she didn't look how she's supposed to look, or
How's she supposed to look?
yeah, like mate, there was a girl that I was speaking to when I was like, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. So it was like, I think technically, if you were to ask her, was I a boyfriend? She'd say yes, but I don't class her as mine. And I met her like twice, no, 3 times, and it was one of those where like she was very into me, but her profile picture was like her 15 pounds ago. And when you're 15 pounds is quite a lot. And like I remember like seeing her and I was like, oh, she's a bit big, you know, like oh no, she shouldn't look like the profile picture that's on. Oh, that's a shame. But I was like, let's be nice. I'm here now. I feel like I was a bit more mature. And then like I somehow agreed to see her maybe like two more times. I don't know why. I literally was like, but Caps to pick me up. She's like, what do you reckon? I was like, didn't like her. Like and then like the
I'm
next
gonna go back.
yeah, you'll see her again. And then like I was going on holiday, and then she was like, "Promise me you won't like, speak to girls when you're on holiday." And I was like, "Yeah, I promise, babe." And then on the flight, "Hey, don't think we should do this anymore." And I remember sitting there before, they're like, "Take off in 5 minutes," and I was just like, "Hey,
I'm
don't
gonna
think
go to airplane mode. Send it and go on airplane mode.
yeah, and I was just like, I look back and think like, I don't know why like. Again, it's nothing like looks. Again, people say what they want. At the end of the day, looks when you're 15, quite an important thing. Looks, to be fair, like,
Yeah.
you can't look at a girlfriend and think, wow, you look like you're 20 pounds heavier than the photo she sent me. Like that's already a bit of a, you've stabbed me in the back here.
You're a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you know it's trust you?
Yeah, exactly. Like how am I supposed to be trusting moving forward in a potential relationship when clearly you've face tuned your photos?
Yeah.
This is not you. Yeah, that's probably my only bad like catfish sort of experience. But for some reason, I just allowed it to happen. I met her a few more times.
I don't think I've had a catfish experience. To be fair, I've like been on dates or been with girls who like definitely looked better on social media,
Yeah.
but not like where I've been like, what the fuck? That's completely different.
Yeah, I get that. And then to be fair, I was thinking like, oh, have you ever like, I don't know, you speak to a girl, get with her on a night out or something, and you see her photos the next day, and you're like, ugh. But like, I've never. You said you've never done that. I've never really done that on like a night out where I'm like, let's just go and pull a fucking girl, let's go kiss a girl in a club, you know?
No. And then afterwards being like shown by your mate, like
Yeah, and then it's like, mate, you just kissed.
I've had that with other people though, like with
Oh,
like,
yeah. But like, I've never like gone on a night out and thought that. But yeah, right. The joys of getting into relationships, mate, and discovering that like you weren't actually gay when you were a teenager. Crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah. Was there actually? This is the final question. When did you discover that you weren't gay? Like, because I feel like as a kid growing up, everybody's like, you do think to yourself when you're like 10. I was like, because you're not like super into girls. You're a bit like, wonder if I'm gay. Like,
I remember saying like, I think I've said this on the podcast before. Like in like sex education, they're showing you vaginas and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember saying to my mum, I was like, vaginas are minging. I was like, what the fuck? Like, am I supposed to be attracted to that? And she was like, well, not now. She was like, you're a child. And I was like, oh, good, because they're minging.
Yeah.
So like, then I was like, maybe I am gay. Because the cocks are great.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, maybe I am gay. Like, but then like, yeah, I realised I wasn't gay. But again, like we've had this conversation before because we said like when you're a kid, who do you try and impress like in the playground and think like who do you like flirt with, and you know what I mean? Like that was always the girls. Like, so I think that's where like you're still not attracted to them in a sexual way, but it's like almost like a animalistic instinct of like. Impressing them by whipping balls top bins
and then looking over
checking if she's watched.
You see that. Yeah. I think I said this before. I remember when Nicki Minaj Anaconda YouTube video came out, and like that's when I discovered I was like, oh, I'm really, really straight.
I'm not gay.
Like I think I was like 13 at that time, and like you clearly know at 13 if you're fucking gay or not. But that was the thing that like really confirmed it to me. I was like, yeah, I'm really not gay. Sick. Like this is class.
Or like Rihanna would have a new like music video. You'd be like,
hell yeah. So it's like, but like it was just like big moments when I look back and like that's when I was like, the light bulb was just like popped up.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, thank you, God. I didn't know beforehand. Oh, fucking hell, man! What a weird start.
Right, did you get questions?
Yeah, man. Let's go. Get them up from today.
Want me to go through some of mine from last week still?
Yeah, sure thing, man.
If you all went to jail together, so this was when Josh was on. If you all went to jail together, who's getting bummed first and who's doing the bumming?
Great. Well, we're all in the same cell.
Well, I was imagining it's not just out of us three. I think out of a huge.
Okay.
But
So
maybe if it is just us three.
I'd I'd change, like, I'd lose aura as you go, because basically what would happen is, obviously, I wouldn't get a PCT, so I'd go in there like testosterone full, and then I'd be ending up like no test, you post prep. I'd probably end up just wanting to get shagged. To be fair, I'd just be like, oh god, this is
What?
what
You were doing
yeah,
a bit
please, someone would just bum me like this.
meowing at everyone.
Yeah, meow, and just sticking my ass at everyone, being look at people in the toilet, going meow, meow. Like, Reece, you having another shower? Like, yeah, man, yeah, I'm just standing here with
Keep
the
dropping the soap, man. Drop it again.
Yeah, keep
Look at
dropping
my wide open arsehole.
Yeah, this is what you do. So, but I wouldn't do that initially. It would just be a transition. So after, like, I don't know, probably with how Esther's work, a good couple months, and then I'd be into that for the rest of my stay. So yeah.
I think I'd
Okay.
change my persona.
Genuine question. Genuine question. Your lifetime locked up. Would you go down that path? You can never get, like, because let's say, but you're never getting out. You know.
What do you mean go down that path? Start
Yeah.
shagging men?
Do you ever need? Yeah, sometimes, mate, you might. You've got everyone. Every male's got some sexual needs, bro. Sometimes.
I think yeah, but you could just masturbate, couldn't you?
Yeah, but yeah, true.
I don't think I'd need that human. Like, what's gayer than shagging a man is kissing a man,
Yeah.
as we've said before. I think we've said that on the Natural Physique podcast as well. We were saying about what's the gayest.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, basically like that would be worse.
Yeah.
So maybe I'd like just do it without any human interaction, but then it might as well just use my hand.
Okay. Fair enough. No, another man's bottom
Probably not.
or mouth.
Mouth maybe.
Okay.
If they're attractive. If it's
Yeah.
like a fit bloke.
First. Our audience is shocking. Got two questions about. I've got four questions. Two of them about which is gayer. So we might as well start with that. We'll get the gay stuff out of the way. Is it gayer to give or receive? And what happens if I do both?
It's definitely gayer to receive.
Yeah, and it's if you do both, even gayer probably. I'd say.
Yeah. Both is gayest.
Yeah.
Receiving is gay, and
Yeah.
giving is. If the bloke's fit, it's fine.
Okay, so let's not get into it. And then on the final question about being gay, and hopefully the final bit for the first 30 minutes that we'll ever mention about gays, because probably the most we ever mentioned. What is the gayest sport? I'd say like rugby or wrestling.
Yeah,
Not
or
like
polo,
WWE wrestling. What is it, polo?
something like that. Where you're on a horse hitting a ball. Like,
Yeah.
come on, mate.
Yeah, you have to be petite.
Yeah.
But I think, like,
You
think
know,
about.
there's a lad that plays polo here as well.
Oh, fucking hell. Think
The
about.
young
Mate,
lad, I can't remember his name. Sorry, mate, if you're watching.
yeah, mate. Just think about, like, that dude at Ultraflex wrestling. That's so gay, isn't it? You know, the guy.
You can tell that story.
Yeah, no, I don't need to tell about it. I know you know exactly it word for word. No, I think, like, wrestling in the sense of, like, you know, like WWE sort of
Yeah.
wrestling. I don't think that's. I think that's actually quite cool in a way, because it's more entertainment. I don't really get it myself, but like I know Hugh does that, and that's like fair enough if you enjoy it. But like I mean, like, you know, if you're like just randomly wanting to just like grapple and just tussle with
I always thought that. So, like, at school, like, playing rugby, I always thought, like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it is a sport, don't get me wrong. Like, and it's, like, it's a very popular sport, isn't it? But I always remember thinking, like, why, like, these lads are just trying to touch me here. Like, I swear that these lads are just trying to, like, grab my arse and grab my balls and that. And, like, even when, like I said, I've said this before, like, when me and my mates would, like, be playing football or something, they'd be like, oh, let's go to whoever's house and play on the trampoline. I'd be like, do we have to? Because all you do is just fucking touch me. Like, you all just grab me and, like, and I was always the small one, so I basically got bullied. Like, they just grab me and, like, throw me around, and I'd be like, what's going on? Like, this is gay. This is gay. Like,
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. No. I think that's some very questionable sports. When you actually think about like what they are.
bodybuilding.
What? Yeah, definitely. Like, oh yeah, we're saying that. We fucking like, mate. Our first perception. If you said to us when we were like 19, do you think we'd compete? We'd be like, no, bro.
Yeah, I used to be like, no.
Yeah, like, no chance. I'd say what's the straightest sport? What's the most masculine sport? Something about shooting. You know, like something like, you know, like I don't know, just like
Yeah, but have you watched, like, shooting at the Olympics? They just do that. It's not, like, very masculine.
yeah,
Discus, shot put,
Yeah.
hammer throw. That's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
yeah. I'd say
Discus
so.
is maybe a bit gay. Shot put's pretty fucking manly.
What's is the discus the spinning one?
Yeah. Spinning,
Yeah.
innit?
And what shot put? Shot put just like straight over. Yeah.
Straight, yeah. Spinning,
Like,
shot put is so straight.
yeah, shot put. You spin around in a circle. That could be a cop you spin around on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Shot put's the straight. Pole vault's pretty gay.
yeah.
You're
Yeah, like, yeah,
basically,
you're
you're
running,
basically like
yeah,
pole dancing.
yeah, you're running both hands on a big stick, just like trying to jump and then jump over another. Yeah, and then you have to like do that little thing with your back where you're like, yeah, just go,
Yeah, and then the celebration's always like, oh.
yeah, that's a gay sport. Oh mate, we should do like an Olympics review. You know what I mean? Like rank it tier list. Olympics.
Olympics tier list, gay tier list.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry for anybody who is gay watching. As we said before, we're not.
No. I think most people like who are watching this who would be gay, they would not find that offensive at all.
Yeah, I think they understand like that we're not digging at gay people. It's
No.
like when we were younger, and it's, obviously now it's a bit different, I assume. But like gay was just like a bit like silly or a bit camp or a bit like soft.
Yeah.
That's you know what I mean, like not actually gay. Like when we were younger, I didn't even know what gay meant for however long. You know what I mean? When you were a kid, like I think that the word gay was prominent before I even actually knew it meant
Oh yeah, like
homosexuality.
the most like common insult on the playground was like you were gay lord or something like that.
You're gay. It was just like, oh, stop being gay.
Yeah, but like
Like,
you didn't
like
ever. I
my
never
sister
thought
would
to
say that
myself.
to me all the time if I did
Yeah,
something that wasn't remotely gay,
yeah,
but I might just do something that annoyed her. Like I might like grab like I don't know. I've got a drink here, so I'm thinking that I might steal my sister's drink. She'd be like, "Oh, stop being gay."
yeah.
Like, that's not gay. Like, it's not
Sorry,
gay.
yeah,
I'm not gay.
yeah. I promise, sis, not gay, all right. Right. Questions. I'll finish off. Oh, to be fair, fucking, I didn't even read one. This isn't gay. Okay, this isn't gay. But we can let the judges listen. So judges, we can let the audience judge. Fuck, marry, kill. On 3 dudes, so maybe it is a bit gay. Tom Hames, Christian Chapman, AJ Morris.
I'm obviously gonna marry AJ.
Nah, man. I think living with AJ would be really tough.
Imagine living with Christian or Tom. You love Tom. You'd have Tom as all of them.
Yeah, Tom's a good dude. Tom would be funny, to be fair. I'd fuck Tom, marry Tom, kill. No, I wouldn't kill Tom. You know.
No, not Tom. Not my Tom.
Um,
I'd fuck Christian,
I'd
marry
say,
AJ, and kill Tom Hames because every time that you make a natty joke, he likes the comment, and it's like, mate,
yeah, I've noticed that. Anything that's anti-natty, Tom will like. It's like he's got like an AI that's randomly just him liking a comment about anti-natties. Yeah, I'd say I'd. Who did you say you'd fuck? Christian.
yeah, like really hard as well.
Yeah, I probably would say for me it would be AJ, and then I'd marry Tom, and then kill Christian. I'd say.
Yeah, not surprised.
Yeah, I'd say so. So yeah, right, I've got one more question, but that's a serious question. So it's not even a serious question, but it's not a weird.
But let me see if I've got any silly questions left. There's a guy who asks questions, stiff legs, crotch, POV. That's not really a question, is it? He always mentions my Mustang and about me needing to get a 5 litre. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
mate.
Shelby GT. It's not Shelby GT 500, is it?
Can you get Reece to go to a DMB rave? These are all the same guy.
Great.
And then I actually have one question, which is a good question. We'll finish on 2 good questions.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah,
Not great.
one and one.
Yeah, it's not mine's not a great question, mate.
Well, mine is.
Okay.
Allow heel elevation during leg compounds or always have feet planted?
Depends on the individual. I think this is actually, to be fair, like this is something that I guarantee you get asked a lot by clients about this. Like, should my heels come off? I think if I was to give a blanket answer, if your heels come off to allow for greater knee flexion, it feels comfortable. Go for it. Like, I think it's like, I don't know why, it's a bit like a nuanced take that like you can't let your heels come off. And I think people might see how we leg press and go immediately, I can leg press like that, and that's when they probably fuck themselves up. Like, slowly build up to it. I personally think if your heels come off, or if you, for example, Finn does some sets with like squat shoes, I think in my opinion, leg press variants, it feels really good. I don't really like it as much on a squat variant personally. I don't really like when my heels come off on a squat variant massively, to the same degree as they would on a leg press. But I think it really depends on the individual, and the most important thing, like, you've got to remember, if you're training your quads, it's literally just knee flexion. So whatever you need to do to elicit greater knee flexion, that's the number one goal. That's what we should be thinking of.
Yeah, I think it completely depends on the machine or the movement and just how it feels for that individual.
Yeah.
If you can get away with like a crazy amount of knee flexion whilst keeping your heels planted, amazing.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have more stability.
Yeah.
If you are somebody who maybe doesn't have great ankle mobility, then I would maybe try squat shoes, maybe try a heel wedge, but then also not be massively afraid of a bit of heel elevation. Like, I think, again, if you can still generate the same power output that you would with a planted foot, then great. But that takes a lot of time and it's a lot of skill to do that. Like, imagine doing a barbell squat and like going onto your tiptoes. Yeah, like it's almost impossible. Like, but you can do it on a Smith, you can do it on a hack, you can do it on a pendulum because it's stable, it's fixed. Like, you can't really do that on something where it requires a lot more balance. But yeah, I think it depends on the specific leg press or the specific squat movement. I think just focus on what feels best for you, play around with it. And I've had periods where I actually, at the minute, have both in my program. I have the Gym Leco leg press twice a week. I have one where I actually have my feet in touch higher and keep my heels planted. My heels still come up a tiny bit.
Hamstring, bro.
Yeah. And then I have one session where I have my feet quite a bit lower and my heels come up straight away right at the start of the rep, and I get a bit more knee flexion, but I have a little bit less weight on the machine, and it's like, which feels better? And I wouldn't say one of the other feels better. It's just a bit of variance. So yeah, I think I've got a reel. I'll post it at some point. I feel like now, like, people focus on every single movement has to be like not an isolation. It has to bias one body part. Every single exercise. And it's like, you do know, like, you can do an exercise that doesn't bias just one body part. It can hit 3 relatively evenly. You can do a leg press with a normal stance, feels fucking mint through your quads, glutes, and adductors. Great. Why? That's not a bad thing.
No.
You know what I mean? Likewise, like, a bent over row is not a bad exercise because your lower back's involved.
Yeah.
It's not a bad exercise because your erectors, glutes, hamstrings all get hit. Like, I think people think now you have to isolate on every movement. Every single movement has to be hitting one body part.
People that go, oh, well, I'm doing 12 sets for back, I'm doing 8 sets for chest, and now my chest is
like just direct volume.
Yeah, so I'm going to do 10 sets, and it's like, if you said to me, like, gun to my head, right, how many sets of back do you do per week? I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I'd have to work it out. Like,
it also depends based on how you're feeling each week and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I saw. I don't think I mentioned this on the podcast before. Do you know Jace's client called Jay Made?
Yeah.
So he looks ridiculous. He's competing in a few weeks. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he was to win the pro qualifier. If he was to win a pro guy, he looks like the best guy in the first few shows, I'd say. He's said, like, his plan is very much a case of, like, he'll have his exercises, but he just chooses his sets and reps as he goes. So, like, he'll know, like, okay, for back I've got 7 exercises, and, like, sometimes he'll do 1 set, sometimes he'll do 3 to 4, just depending on how it is. And, like, he did another story, and it was like, he was, I don't know, again, he's really lean at this point. Like, he looks like he's going to be bang on for that first show, and then 2 weeks later. So let's say he's, like, 4 weeks out now, or 5 weeks, but he's, like, a legit, like, he could be ready in even probably a few weeks than that. He, like, looks a little bit ahead. And, like, he put a story up being like, felt pretty shit today. So instead of doing anything lighter, I thought barbell bent over rows and heavy dumbbell rows, and he did like a 300 kilo RDL and then a 100 kilo dumbbell row. And he was like, thought I just pushed myself because I didn't feel too good today. So, like, no let off. And I was like, that's like the mindset that nowadays people are so, like, bottlenecked by the idea of, oh, I'm only going to do 2 sets. But it's like, if you're feeling good after 2 sets, do another set. Like, this guy is, like, pretty much, like, there or thereabouts. He'll be legit sliced in 2-3 weeks. He's in prep and he's doing 300 kilo RDL with no reps in reserve, and not amazing form. Like, it wasn't bad. It's a 300 kilo RDL, but it wasn't like it was super controlled. It was like he was just literally picking the weight up and putting it down, which is what it fucking should be about. And I think, again, like, you got people who don't connect with their musculature, and they're like, 14 sets, I'm going to bump it up to 16. And it's like, nothing. It shouldn't be this analytical. Like, sometimes, like, we get like I'll get a real good connection on 1 set and go, I'm gonna leave it there. Sometimes I go, I want another. Do you remember that session we did in B-Mod, the original B-Mod, where we did pull and we did like 2 to 3 sets of deads and then 2 to 3 sets of bent rows, and I think we literally did a pull down, a rear delt, and then biceps, and we were like, sick, we're done.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like, it was like we were both programmed like 1 to 2 sets of a hinge, and I don't even think we were programmed a bent row, but we were just like, my lower back feels pretty strong. Those hinges move well. Let's do a bent row, and then it was like 2 to 3 sets, and I think we finished the 3rd set on like a bent row into a stiff leg, like, or something like that.
Yeah,
it was like,
I was like 8 weeks out or something, less than that, and it was stupid. But that was when my physique was coming back to life.
Yeah, and it's like that fatigue cost. Okay, cool, it's going to be fatiguing, but like, I'd argue that's going to be way better for your physique off-seasonal prep if you actually just maintain training performance through enjoyment and also through doing stuff that's important. Not just going into the motions and like just getting draggy just because you're on lower food or you're 5, 6, 7 weeks out.
That is a good mentality of like on the days where you're really dragging or really feeling it, like maybe just do something a little bit different that challenges you a bit more. If he's usually instead of doing an RDL, he's usually doing a stiff leg, or it's like do something a little bit different. Like if you can do it safely, go for it. Sometimes that's that extra bit of a push you need, and you're like, fuck,
something new. It
wakes you up.
It's not
like feeling a bit meh, and then you have like a fucking mint set, and it just wakes you up, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, that's what I needed."
Oh, mate, definitely. When I was in Italy for that Rome fitness thing, I was a week out. Like, I think it was like 5 weeks after the first show of the year. Like, been on my feet all day, and I was training at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and that makes like if you told me right, you've been on your feet all day, you've done 20k steps, you've been also talking all day, you're a week out from your final show. You're in a completely different place, and you're now going to train at 7:30 p.m. when usually at like 8 o'clock I'd be in bed. I would be like, absolutely not. But because it was a different gym, because the vibes are different, I was training with Abster, and it was like, I'm away for the weekend.
Yeah, it was
trained
cool.
fucking amazingly. It was like, and I remember thinking to myself, like, just goes to show just how important, like, and granted, I will say, when I got back on the Monday, I felt awful. But, like, it goes to show just how, like, your own routine sometimes can get you to be really draggy for no particular reason other than I'm doing the same shit, so it's not anything fun,
Yeah.
Yeah, right. My question, best arm machines. Like I said, it wasn't a good question, but...
Best arm machines?
Yeah, which it is actually a good question, because for people that are like wanting to get into maybe opening a gym or looking after like what they want to do for arms, I'd say the first few that would spring to mind for me would be what we've got for the bicep curl. So the Strive bicep curl I really like. I think for a preach curl, you can't really get much better. I think that and the Jim Lecco, really, really good. Jim Lecco gym is a single arm.
With that Jim Lecco one, I think it drops off way too much.
I just like how it feels in the stretch, I think it feels wicked in the length, and I'd say, I know you prefer the Prime, didn't you?
Flex Bicelator.
Okay. What's that?
It's a bicep curl machine from Flex.
But, like, is it a preacher, or is it like a pad?
I think it's I feel like it's where you're down by your side and it's got a back, it's got like a humerus support.
That's what I was thinking when I said that by a pad. When I think of that machine, I'm thinking that, but I can't picture it in my head.
Yeah.
And then for triceps, I like the Nautilus like extension like this. Like, I feel like that feels really good.
I like the Atlantis cable overhead extension.
Atlantis cable, yeah, solid. The Watson one's really good as well. I think it's the Watson. The one, it's Ultraflex. The one with the bar behind you. You press your feet up. No, it's Arsenal strength. It's Arsenal strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's massive. So big for one.
Yeah, and it's too light.
Yeah.
The Atlantis one is just a cable. It's just a section on the cable stack.
Yeah. Anything else?
I mean, that Cybex one that we've got upstairs, single arm, is nice if you like sort of lodge your arm underneath, but it's not. I wouldn't be like it's one of the best ever.
No.
If you're putting dip machines in there, like a Strive dip or Prime dip is nice.
Yeah. Nautilus dip's pretty good.
Otherwise, just cables. I feel like like all my arm work. Well, not all of it. A lot of my arm work is easy bar or dumbbell. All of my arm work at the minute is easy bar, dumbbell, or cable. I don't have any. As much as we've got the machines here, I don't use them at the minute.
No, I agree with that. I think like if you were to say like, let's say, I don't know, build your best set of arms, like I wouldn't really immediately think, okay, I need these machines.
Nah, just dumbbells and cables.
Give me a good cable, give me a set of dumbbells, and like I'm like good to go.
That's literally it. Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, and I think like they kind of like you get like, in my opinion, this is very bro science, but you get like the best of both worlds because you'll get like the consistent tension with a cable where you can do a bit more length and bias and stuff like that. But then you can get the dumbbells, which is like a bit more just actual shifting load. And like, for example, like if let's say everyone's watching this, if you want to grow your arms, do more arm volume, do more arm work, connect with it as best as possible. And if everybody gets their hammer curl to like a 30-kilo hammer curl with pretty strict form, probably going to have alright arms, And if you can then get really strong at keeping your elbow pushed up and just do a single arm extension, like overhead extension with a dumbbell.
I'm doing those with dumbbells, bang it.
Yeah, mate, class. Like I've been doing a lot more like stretching work, like in the sense of like loaded stretches or like lengthened work into a stretch. And I'll do my triceps on like, let's say I'll do like a cross cable tri push down. And then I'll go into like it's like a, Coach Kasim, he does it. It's like this. So it's like a cable curl where it's basically pulling your arm up but almost around you. And I'll go into that, and then I'll basically go straight in on like an overhead extension on like the 12s, and I'll just sit into the stretch and almost tense my bicep and almost just pulse the try. And like after like doing that into like a 60-second stretch, I'll lean, like as I get deeper, I'll lean into a wall so it pushes my arm up, and like my triceps afterwards are like absolutely fucking like ruined, they're like fully blown. And that's again cable work and then dumbbell work, simple. So it's like I've never thought to myself, oh, I really wish that I had this or I had that. Like,
if there was a few things that we were like, about, you have to get rid of 5 pieces. Those arm pieces straight away, I'd be like, don't need them.
No.
You can set up a preacher curl with a dumbbell with a cable. Like, as much as they're good, like I don't think a gym needs amazing arm machines. I've never gone into a gym and gone, oh, it's got that amazing. Like, it's cool. Like, Strive preacher curl's good, but you don't need it to grow your arms.
No, definitely not. Imagine that being like, mate, the arm kit here is so good. What the fuck? I've got to train arms every day. But again, like, I think it's probably a bit different. Like when think about how we were probably in our teen years. If we jumped on a new preacher or something that just blew up our arms, we'd immediately be like, oh my god. Yeah. Like just because that internal feel when you're 18, you get a bicep pump is like, I'm going to have 20-inch arms tomorrow. What the fuck? So yeah. Right.
What are you going to watch? What are you going to watch?
Crime 101. You heard of it?
No.
It's got Chris Hemsworth in, that actor. That Bright something Barry something, the Irish dude? He has like he's got blonde hair in this. And then it's got Mark Ruffalo, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
So it's got a real good cast, and there's a girl as well, who's quite popular, so nice that she knows her. But like, it came out a few days ago. It's got decent reviews. I think so. The plot. So for people that don't know, the reason why we're doing this a little bit early is I'm going to the cinema. The plot is apparently a jewel thief, and then gets hunted down by like detectives, and it's like shot in usual sort of American standard of like cinematography. His name is Barry Keoghan. Keoghan. I don't know how you pronounce that. He's got blonde hair in the trailer. You'd know him if you were to see him. He's been in a few things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really
know
good.
How it is, because if it's good, we'll maybe go.
Yeah, no, we watched a trailer and Sanaa was like, within a few minutes, she was like, yeah, that looks sick. This dude, do you know this dude? He's been in a few things. No, yeah, he was in Top Boy or something like that. I can't remember. He's a good actor. He's been in a fair few things, but like only recently. He's a newer sort of actor. But yeah, so I'm going to watch that. And to be fair, I haven't really been to the cinema this year. I don't think there's been really anything out. Like last time I was
we were going to go at Valentine's, but we were like, nothing on.
Yeah, there's nothing. Also, I didn't tell you, the Cube's really fun, mate. By the way.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, class. What did you end on game wise? What did you start on? You remember?
We started on the one where you're walking, both holding this thing and walking across to the side of the room.
Okay,
You got to keep the thing
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
First
mate,
time.
That's good. Me and Sanaa were like, that's what lost us when we did that. Like, we lost, but like, how many points did you get, by the way? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, because when we lost, they said like, oh, your average points is way higher than the people that lose. Like, we did quite well. We just basically, in my opinion, we were the better of the team, but they got that. No, that.
Who deluded you, mate? We were the better team, but we lost in the cube. That's not how it works.
Okay. We both won one solo game. Yeah? So, like, we both won, like, they won one, we won one. And our game was the throwing one, the little where I got, like, the swish or whatever. That got 200 points.
That's hard. That should get more.
1,300.
Yeah, I don't think how they've got how the scoring is structured is flawed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, as they go on, you get more points based on the games. But unless we had that, like, the games didn't actually get harder.
No. Like, so we both won. Like, we both basically kind of drew where, like, they got one ahead, we got one ahead. Yeah. They just won because they got one that we didn't later on.
Yeah.
And the throwing game,
ours was the same.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's actually, like, that's good. I got that on the second go. Like, come on. And but yeah, so the walking thing game over, that was hard. But yeah, we did the one that we were so much better than. I was stunned about. Did you do the ball drop where like you drop the balls everywhere? You have to collect them.
No.
Oh, okay. So I thought I would be so bad at that. Like trying to pick up balls from the floor, I can barely move. And I've discovered if I go into like monkey, a really wide like stance and just stay low, I actually can I'm quite quick. So I just got myself in like a proper almost, I don't know, just a very primal position. and just like was like squatting down. I was just like popping myself. I was running like a chimpanzee. I was like, I'm in my element here. But it probably looked so funny. But
It
that
is
was
sick
actually
though,
one
isn't
thing I
it?
was surprised
We'll
about.
have to go, all four of us.
Oh no, definitely. Like, it was good. It was just a bit like I'm such a fucking sore loser. So I was looking at the points like this don't make no sense.
Yeah, mate. I hated it as well.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, 2 minutes, yeah. Yeah, fine. Sorry, mate.
Who was that?
Finn Pearson. He's grabbing a monster. Yeah, I jokingly with Megan was like, it's your fault because she did the 2 single player games. So like, realistically, we should have done one each. She did the throwing one.
Yeah.
And then the like locate one. So you're like blindfolded and put it.
Yeah, we didn't see that. Yeah, we didn't do that. But no, I saw
That
something.
was so hard. Like I said to her, I was like, "You'll be better than me at that." I imagine. I feel like a lot of the girls did that. I don't know because she wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, she was like, "I want to do it," and I was like, "That's sound." Like,
Yeah.
and then she didn't do it, and I was like, "You're a fucking mess." What the
Is she
fuck?
close to her?
I beat her. No, I'm not, I mean, no. Even if she's watching this, he didn't.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah, I got that on the second. I back. I'm quite good with like throwing stuff. Like anything that's technical, I'm quite good at. But like anything that's physical, I'm awful because I can't move. So yeah, I actually think it would actually be quite good. Me and Sanai versus you and Meg. I think Sanai would probably be. That being said, I thought I was better than Sanai. Sanai said the same. So, but then I think like me and you would balance each other out. I think me and you versus Meg and Sanai. I think that would we'd smoke it. I think we'd win now.
Don't know. I think some of them are more female
Yeah.
orientated.
Yeah. But regardless, I will say, very, very good. Like out of all the things I've done, for people that don't know, the Cube in Manchester, and I think there's one in London.
Yeah, there is.
The only slight annoyance is it would be nice to like do it like you can only do it in twos, and you go up against another two. So if you go up against people that have done it before, or they're absolute sweats, or they're really serious, or they're appalling, like so bad, you kind of like you want someone on a similar skill level. So
That's why you should go in a 4.
yeah. It should be. It should be like you go in a 4. You kind of like similar sort of physical attributes. So it's like,
But you
like
can
mentally.
most people went and knew the other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most people are playing against their mates.
But
Like,
I don't have 2 friends, and you're not a friend, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sound. You're
Cool.
a gay friend. You're like Carl. He's like
Can we wrap it up, mate? What you said? Can we do it early? We're not even early now. Snyder's gonna be fuming.
Okay, it's fine. Leave it there.
I've got a setup to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is it? Anyone good?
Guy from Qatar, mate. He's got this sick. He's got his own gym and it's fucking sick. He's got prime row. He's got prime leg extension.
Look at that, mate. Say to him, instead of paying for coaching, can you just invest in
Send us pieces of equipment.
Yeah, like just say like, can you please send us like a quarter of the prime row every month, and then just keep like that. Use that as money and be like, hey mate, we have to take out the prime row because
You know when like you'll get like an inquiry or like someone will message you like, oh mate, like I've got like my own private facility, like it's decent.
Yeah.
In your head, you're thinking they've maybe got a Smith, they've maybe got a few plates. He sent me the video. It's like, what the fuck? Like sick, really cool.
Yeah, no, that's class. Fair enough.
He says he's like followed us since we started the gym and stuff as well.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I last year I got like 3 or 4. I still coach like 2 of them, all guys that applied from Oxygen Gym in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And it was like and I literally asked them. I asked like the third one, like, why'd you apply, bro? Like, just because I've had loads of people. He said Instagram, like, what was it? And he was like, oh, your reels. And like, I think one of them said that he saw me on a YouTube video in the gym, and like, or something like that. Because I literally, from the same gym, in a very short period of time, got 3 applications. I was like, that's very odd. Yeah, like, I can understand if I've got clients there already, but like, considering I've had like no clients to then like 3 applications in like a week, I'm like, that's not making sense. There's like something's gone on there. I don't know. So yeah. Right, cool. Hope everyone's enjoyed. We are back. Now, we don't really say we're back. It's February 16th, and we are consistent on this.
We've been back. We've been back for a while.
Yeah, about like we never left. So, yeah. Hope everyone enjoys. The next one, I imagine, will be with Josh, because Josh might be the new member of the Monster in You're In for Mondays, which I think is going well. And away from that, guys, hopefully everyone has a great remainder. Well, to be fair, by the time this is up, it's going to be the start of the week, won't it? The remainder of the week, great week.
What are we posting at the minute? I think we're doing Thursdays, Sundays, aren't we?
Hopefully everyone has had a great weekend.
Thursdays, Mondays.
Hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and hopefully everyone has a prosperous week. Look out for the next Monster in You're In podcast. And remember that we ask questions on our question box every Monday and Thursday, so please ask us questions, because without questions, guys, we won't be able to do this. Bye-bye.